Welcome to the Valentine's Day edition of Recapping the Arts. I'm Scott Aaron Martell, and joining me today, as always, Judy Paxman. How are you? Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy VD to you too.
Oh boy,
we're starting already
with you.
And this isn't going to air on Valentine's Day, so
well,
happy,
it's
happy
still
you
the
missed
spirit.
it day.
By the time it airs, the spirit of love and whatever will still be in the air.
I'm sure there will be something still staining the air.
I
when
want
this airs.
I want to get your go already. Now, you
yeah.
and I believe it was Wednesday, just 2 days ago.
Just saying, we have
we're
a long
at the
list.
we're at the travel. This is where this is going.
Okay.
Calm down.
Yep.
This is where this is going. We're at the Travel Cup. Christian Jackson and
yeah.
Katie Foster.
Yes, I remember that.
And you, I swear, in my eyes and mind, your head started spinning like 360 when I mentioned that I wanted to bring up the Harry Potter night at the library and the video that Katie Foster made.
I know that you
and
wanted
then you
to.
got all excited and you were like, we can't talk about anything in the past
Well,
because we have
we can't
7,000 things that are coming
We
up.
have many things coming up, but
Well, why don't
you have been very specific about only talking about things that are in the future and not in the past. So that's why I thought, but yes, Harry Potter event at the Swanton Public Library was amazing. It was huge. It was great. It was great.
Guys. And we did not have a February meeting as an arts council.
Oh,
Swanton Arts
time out.
Council.
Wrong. That was our strategic planning meeting that we had on February 3rd at the Swanton Central School. That took place.
That was not a Swanton Arts Council meeting.
But that took place of our strategic planning meeting, the visions event at the Swanton Enhancement Project.
We went back to, I'm having a deja vu of last month's episode of this where you said that we were part of the SEP, which I never knew.
Well, sometimes it's confusing.
Okay.
We started there.
So what would you've got 7,000 things to talk about.
Well, we just last night, and I know it was in the past, but we're going to talk about two things that happened last night. One was Mike Barkum's watercolor workshop. That was a success. There were 14 people there. It was amazing. Everybody made these beautiful
You took
things.
part?
Yes, mine turned out awful, but I learned a lot of stuff. I learned that you can make when you put way too much paint on a page and your whole paper is buckling, if you take a piece of paper towel and push it in the paint, you get a really nice pattern. But Mike's a great teacher, but I don't know that anyone that won't be hanging in my living room anytime soon. But we got so much stuff, so the Arts Council funded that. So not only did it cost $35 for the evening, but you walked away with $32 worth of actual watercolor products, which was amazing. And there was writers' group.
And people were happy.
People were very happy, yes. And Mike Barkum. And you were at the
Writers group, very small group last night, very controversial.
I heard.
I'm probably not going to say anything right now about it.
I am.
Go for it. Go for it. What did you miss? You tell me.
Poetry slam in Swanton. The poetry was being slammed at the writers group, and it's not everybody sees poetry the same. So I'm thinking we need to have a poetry slam because it's going to go down in Swanton.
We talked about this briefly about an hour ago, but we could have a joint event where in one corner we could have another Macdown and the poetry Smackdown in the other corner.
I think there could be something very exciting because people were getting riled just recapping the whole writers group.
There was a young lady that cried.
Did she really cry? Or she was upset. Anyway, but you know what? My personal opinion, if it's really good, no one really cares. What genre it falls in, but other people may disagree. Coming up soon, though, on February 24th, that is Model Citizens are going to be at the joint informational meeting, and there's also going to be a chili cook-off that same night.
Yes, that's what's the date for that?
That's Monday, February 24th.
Did we go to that last year?
Yeah, we did. It's an exciting time, and if nothing else, we get to draw people, so that's lovely.
And they follow it up with, it's their regular meeting?
It's their joint informational meeting. So it's the village trustees and the select board, which is
So they entice you in with food?
Yes.
And
you have to stay to win the prize. It's $100 for the first person place, and second place is $50.
Well, it's basically a free meal.
It's a free meal
for the community.
And highly entertaining too, and we get to draw the people, so that's fun. So it's like going to a figure drawing event, which we had a figure drawing event. That was amazing. That was arranged by, the project lead for that was the amazing Katie Foster, and the model was, can we talk about the model? Was amazing. We won't talk about who the model was, but the model was exceptional, very new to that world, but did an exceptional job, and that was held at the library, and maybe there'll be more figure drawing classes to come in the future. It was exciting because we had the people that were there, half of them came from outside Swanton to come to that, which was great. So
Where had they heard about it?
I believe through social media, through Facebook, I'm sure. Like events in your area you may be interested in, it popped up on somebody's feed that way. On Monday the 24th, we've got Model Citizens. The next night is Tarot Tuesday.
That's
Christian Jackson's group. That's
she's very upset because you failed to mention it last month.
I did.
I guess you were going to mention it, and then somebody cut you off.
Well, you were I'm sure who that somebody was, since you're the really only other person who was in the room. But it's, sometimes you can be distracting, Scott. I just have to say that. There's certain times when we're talking, and you just distract me with stuff that you do. And but I'm focused today, so I'm not going to be distracted. Coming up after that on March 2nd, Monday, March 2nd, is our next Swanton Arts Council
It's also
meeting.
Christian's birthday.
Well,
and my birthday is the next day, so start making.
We don't have anything on your birthday,
Start
though.
baking stuff right now.
You notice that there's nothing
Nicole
on your
Gadwell
birthday?
could bake some cookies,
Yeah,
probably.
Nicole Draper could. We could find all the Nicoles and have them have a Nicole bake-off.
Yes, in
be
celebration of Christian's and my birthday.
Celebration of Nicole's. Right after that, on the Thursday, March 5th, will be the first Thursday workshop. We'll be doing dot mandalas with Lori Mandigo. You have to pre-register for that. I expect that class to sell out. I'm feeling slightly nauseous suddenly. I think it's probably
Did you
just
eat
not.
anything at the? It wasn't lunch.
No. And then on Saturday, at March 7th, which is the next, so we've got the Monday meeting, the first Thursday dot mandala workshop. And then on Saturday, there's art journaling at 11 a.m., on Saturday, March 7th at the library. And then the following Tuesday is the evening edition of art journaling. And then
you were just talking about rumors of possibly having a third installment of because it's so popular.
I brought an art journal today, so like everybody's is different. This one happens
That's
to be
yours,
mine.
yes?
This is one of mine. The one I was hoping to work on today before I got all the information about the poetry smackdown that I missed, which was quite entertaining. I have to say that. But people love art journaling, so I'm hoping to do a weekday afternoon edition of this. I'm going to be speaking with Caleb Roop, who's the library director, soon, and just ask him if this is something we can add.
Will you try to incorporate it while you're working?
If I lead it, yes.
Okay.
It'll be while I'm working. But I think that we could probably do on a Wednesday or a Thursday, depending on what works for most people.
New faces to the library.
Yeah.
Upstairs.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Abigail.
Yes, Abby Gaudette.
Yes.
And her adorable children. But Abby Gaudette and...
The children aren't getting paid.
No. Laura Garvey. So both of those two are taking
Welcome
Welcome
to both.
Yes, welcome to both. They're doing an amazing job. Lots of plans. The children's room has been sort of redecorated, and it's rearranged, but there's big excitement in the works. Potentially, the Art Nook that we have, and we had David Winchester's Art Nook opening.
That was in the past, but I'd like to talk about that.
It's still ongoing, though, because it's going to be up all through February and March. There may be an Art Nook upstairs in the children's area for children's art. That's going to be discussed at our March meeting. So there's lots of things that are going to be discussed at our March meeting. So and
anyone's welcome to attend.
No, everyone's welcome to attend.
Or anyone.
Everyone, not anyone.
Okay.
It's yes. You don't have to be just anyone. It's open to everyone.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
We should spend another 5 minutes on that.
We probably could. Other big stuff that's we also currently have the Emerging Artist Award. We do have the applications out for this. If you're a high school senior in the MVU school district, even if you're homeschooled, you're open for this.
Now the event's coming up, so the deadline must be
Deadline's coming up.
soon.
The deadline is March 16th. So you've got about a month to get your stuff together.
Oh, that's right before the actual
Youth Art Show. Yes,
Yeah.
because their information.
So they give you lots of time.
Yes, lots of time, and it happens every year. So I think some of these students have already heard about this, so that's amazing. But, somebody's going to win, and we've got a group of...
That's a guarantee that someone wins.
Someone will win, yes, because there's amazing artists. So I know it's going to be a very difficult decision. A lot of the Swanton Arts Council members are the artist judges. They have had a very hard time in the past, so I'm sure that'll be difficult this time. There's amazing artists in Swanton, Highgate, and Franklin area.
Adult and youth.
No. Well, yes, there are.
Not for the contest, Judy. I'm saying overall.
Yeah. So the Youth Art Show, the opening reception is going to be on Friday, March 20th, and that's where you can first see all their artwork. And then on the Saturday, I might get this day wrong, 28th.
You just add 7 to the...
Yeah, 27, so 20, whatever.
Or the opening is on a Friday night?
Yes.
Which is when?
The 20th.
So yeah, it'd be the 28th.
So Saturday, March 28th, that's when we'll be announcing who the winner is of the...
You will not be announcing, I just saw.
No, yeah, I will.
You'll be out of town or something, some secret.
That day. Yep, going into witness protection after this show probably, if I hurt somebody.
I feel like I've been on my best behavior so far.
Another thing that's very exciting is there's going to be we've got another art show in the works.
Great Caesar's Ghost. What's this all about?
Another art show in the works. It's all about what's perfect for Valentine's Day. What are we talking about? Bliss. Emotion speaks bliss. And don't lose a finger over this one or anything. I mean, it's nothing to get too excited about.
I've had, including at the writers' group meeting last night, people seem to be a little, not disappointed, but possibly stumped by the bliss. It's a tough...
Oh, it is. It's a very hard emotion to get down either on paper or visually displayed in your 8x8 canvas, which you can get for only $10, and proceeds go to benefit the Swanton Public Library
Up
art
to
programs.
50 entries?
Up to 50 entries, and we'll be having poetry read by Sir Richard of Moores has agreed to read poetry, not prose, but actual poetry.
Is there a difference?
According to some people, there is. And I also hear that there's a semi-talented singer who will be making an appearance at that.
I will be playing there.
That's right. It was you. That's right.
Blissful Songs of Bliss.
Songs of Bliss.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll do. I am stumped about artwork for Bliss. I really am.
But you're going to enter something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I don't know what it'll be.
Are you still arting right now with all you had your show, your very successful show, and then I know that there was, not concern, but you were kind of running out of your own artwork.
I was running out of time. I couldn't make it.
You're running out of time to do more.
Yeah.
Have you been?
I have not.
Because you keep putting more stuff on your,
more
plates.
things on my plates. Well,
on your fingers.
Nobody wants to be holding an empty plate in their hands. But David Winchester, we didn't talk about his art show.
No, we did not. I started to.
Well, I know, but you keep cutting me off.
I haven't cut you off. I don't believe I've cut you off once.
So, David Winchester, his show was amazing.
Yes.
He's got so much public art that he's done. It's really amazing, and just takes... I'm speechless, honestly, about his artwork.
We had another great turnout on a Sunday, early evening, late afternoon, opening reception at the library.
Yeah, it was great. Well, that's a wonderful time. People want Sunday evening events, Sunday afternoon evening events. And next up in the Art Nook, coming to sometime in early April.
I guess, is it Anita?
It's Anita Michelle Pera.
She's was sick.
Yes, she was sick,
but I saw a picture of her she was at Mike Barking's thing, but I personally haven't seen Anita, and it feels like probably 2 months.
Well, she has grandchildren, so it's not like herpes, but it's something that does take a lot of time.
Hopefully they can edit that last comment and strike that from the record.
Strike that one from the record.
Good Lord.
So anyways, but I mean, it sounds like, when we say she has grandchildren, it sounds like, like a disease, but it isn't a disease. I've heard they're wonderful.
The way that you say it, yes.
Anyway, but that's a higher priority than doing some of the art stuff. And so we don't see her on Mondays because she's enjoying her grandchildren. Other things coming up in April.
Please tell us.
We are having the spring annual handmade craft show. So, breaking news on this one.
Uh-oh.
I mean, don't break anything with this news, but it is a real table slapper here. The spaces are full. If we get 10
What?
more people who sign up and go on a waiting list, we can add a second location. So Janet Suave is the one who's organizing this, and she has.
I don't think I've seen her this year.
She was at the watercolor art
See, I
class
missed last night. I missed,
it.
well, I was at the writers, somebody had to go to the writers group and
Well,
represent.
It was originally supposed to be
See
the first Thursday,
the
but
smackdown.
yeah, I know. I missed that. Totally wish that was taped. So contact Janet Suave if you see this before April 4th. April 4th,
You
Saturday,
okay?
April 4th. Had to think about that. Wasn't really sure of the date there. It's going to be a great show, so definitely check it out. And if you're a vendor,
I have agreed to play at least for a couple hours.
I'm sure that will scare lots of people away. So
Judy H. Paxman.
I know. Swanton Arts Spectacular is also, registrations are now available for that, and that is set for Saturday, September 12th.
You and I were just talking off camera
Yeah.
about we possibly have
Well, I
a
want
new,
to reach out to them. I was
Yes.
in Cody's Cafe today
that's in Swanton.
in Swanton, a wonderful place to have breakfast or lunch or dinner if you on Fridays. But it's but these four gentlemen walked in and they started singing, and it was a barbershop quartet, and they are the Green Mountain Chorus, and they're right in Winooski.
How many gentlemen were
In a
there?
quartet? Well, how many would you think?
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed
Okay,
that.
so
I'm going to
we-
go with 8.
Yeah, yeah, they're
Was I right?
no, as usual. So they're great. I would love to see more of them. I don't know if they made it down to the library or not. I wish there was somebody here from the library who worked today to tell me about that, but unfortunately there isn't. But I was hoping that they would work their way down to the library. Cody's is right a few doors down from the library, right past the post office on the park. So they're great. I would love to see more of them. I gave them my business card, and I intend to reach out to them after today's show. So they were awesome.
You've got more. We're in March
We're
now.
in March. We're in March. So I have to mention, deadline for the entries for the Youth Art Show is Thursday, March 16th, the same as the deadline for the Emerging Artist Award. The Youth Art Show is going to be amazing. It's going to be a whole week this year that you can go in and see the artwork. We're very, very excited about that. That's being organized by Nicole Gadwa, and we expect artwork from all of the local towns. Alberg and Sheldon are invited also, and there may be others from. We've had a few people reach out and they said, "Oh, like we're homeschooled. Of course, we want to see your art. Just let us know, and we'll include you and other kids who sort of share time between Swanton and other towns. That's okay. Let's bring them on in. So it's wonderful. It's going to be a great event, and there'll be catering, I believe. So there'll be food at this event. So I'm suddenly hungry. I don't know why. And then the Bliss Art Show will be Friday, May 1st. And that will be very exciting.
That'll be another big turnout.
yeah.
Do you remember anxiety? How
I do remember.
that was.
I'm having a little anxiety right now, actually.
Well, that's just
Yeah.
because it's Friday and
You know, we
it's
didn't-
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and we didn't even. Yeah, so I think that'll be great. We started off talking about not having a meeting in February, but we did.
And then you corrected me
Yeah,
where
yes, I did.
which we didn't, but
We did,
that's
whatever.
We did
so
not.
we had a very impressive display of things that the Arts Council has put on in the last 5 years. It was quite
was
exciting.
massive.
It was massive. It was massive. Lots of newspaper articles from our friend.
I was
Benton.
not given the heads up to bring in newspaper articles
That's because you don't read your text messages. You're on the board. You get those texts.
I
Yeah.
don't know where they're being sent, but I feel like I was being is it blackballed?
Slighted?
Is that the
Slighted?
Sure.
Yeah, pick one. But no, that wasn't the. No, we just ignored them. But we also had the list.
You spoke at that. You tried to get me to speak. That's
did.
on video
Yeah, that's
camera.
great. That's
Heather,
Heather Bichkowski, who's the
Yes.
video queen.
the video queen, she made an appearance pre-Swanton Writers Group last night.
Oh, she did?
And to talk to us about doing a SOS.
Oh, spotlight on Swanton.
For the Writers Group.
Nice.
And I had, I believe, 2 gentlemen there that are new subscribers to her SOS.
Oh, who are the?
Evan,
okay.
Evan, Sir Richard.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Great.
they did not know about SOS.
Well, that's
We mention it here, I think, every.
We might. We probably
do. I
We
try
probably
to.
do. We probably do. Let's see if there's anything that we've got that's coming up that I might have missed. Well, the other thing that's coming up that we're anticipating happening is the next, after Anita's showing at the Art Nook, it's going to be Van Joe who's up.
I've heard of him.
Yep, I've heard of him.
At the SEP/Swanton Arts Council meeting, the big meeting.
Yeah.
I had a gentleman, we won't say who it was, tried to very vehemently told me that his name was pronounced Vonjo.
Vonjo.
I had to get to the bottom of this because I
Vonjo.
thought there was a possibility that myself and everybody in the Arts
Bon
Council,
Jovi. So that would be like,
I thought we were all pronouncing it wrong.
No,
and
no.
his response was, would you say Van Gogh as the artist? Would
Yeah.
you say Van Gogh?
no,
No.
no.
So,
But
riddle solved.
yeah, there we go. So obviously, whatever. Anyway, people have too much stuff to talk about. So many things are distracting our world these days.
Coronavirus,
Swanee-
I think, is
What?
coronavirus. That's
Oh,
a
that's the
distraction.
new one. Yes. Swanee 5 also is in the works. Excuse yourself when you
That was not
think that probably was.
feedback or
Feedback
some
of
sort
some
of.
sort. One thing I would like to mention is this quote from the National Endowments for the Arts. Did you know arts and culture play a significant role in the economic activity of the country? The value added to gross domestic product by arts and cultural production is nearly 5 times greater than that of the agricultural sector. Arts and culture adds nearly 60 billion, with a B, billion more than construction, and 227 billion more than transportation and warehousing to the U.S. economy.
Good golly,
is
Miss
amazing.
Molly.
I know, like,
60 billion.
Billion and 227 billion more. So we are totally on the right track. Somebody should just
Somebody
pat us on
should.
the back. Somebody should. We won't talk about the shoulds.
That's
So that's most of the stuff that. What are you now? Empty bowls. That's in March.
Empty Bowls,
Empty
yes.
Bowls. Empty
March
Bowls is
14th
March
on
14th.
Ma Mère. That's French for my mom.
Oh, your mom.
Her birthday.
Her birthday. We miss her.
And it's very, she's not going to be here because she's got
Doesn't
a new
live-
home,
yeah, yeah,
resides
yeah,
in
yeah.
a different state. But she is very sentimental about it. Not only is this event on her birthday, but it's the first time that
It's when I
she
met
has
her,
very
yeah.
fond memories of going to the first
I
one because she
I
met
I met her there.
Judy H.
Yeah,
Paxman
yes,
there.
Yes, that's not my middle name, but thank you.
I am. The event is March 14th. It is $20 to get in. You get a bowl and you get more
Handmade bowl.
food. Handmade bowl. And you get more food. You get basically a free meal.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful.
Plus, you know
and
what I
there'll be
mean?
entertainment.
And I'm doing the 11 to 2.
Are you singing with Grace?
Grace will make an
Grace
appearance.
will?
I believe that Mr. Caleb Barrett will probably make
Oh,
an
nice.
appearance with me too.
I
And
thought he was moving. Am I getting him?
Caleb Barrett.
No. No, I was thinking of the. Okay, why did I got probably.
There's a
getting him-
lot of there's more Caleb's than
Okay.
I ever knew that were
It's a very
around in the
popular
Swanton
name.
area. Caleb has a new album out on SoundCloud. You can go just under
Oh.
Caleb Barrett if you know how to get on. SoundCloud is a
Cool.
music.
Cool.
What do you call it?
Like-
System
Yeah.
play
That all the
streaming.
that all the kids, the
music
young kids
streaming.
on the street are.
There's also this, which I won't tell you where I ripped this off from,
You
but
stole it.
yeah, I did. I borrowed it. But we've got this fundraiser for the Enosburg Opera House.
Oh, nice.
So we're in this is Valentine's Day, February 22nd, Quincy Hotel Lounge, featuring Catherine Knopfs. Do you think I did that well? You're right
Nuts.
here.
Knowles, Nuffs, yes.
We had a month to avoid the butchering of the names,
Okay.
and I still didn't
Okay, well,
take any action
yeah.
to correct it. And Cole Ward,
Well, that's coming up really quickly.
that is. But March 18th, you have time,
Okay.
featuring Scott Martell and Grace Kelly.
Oh, very exciting.
242 Texas Barbecue, hot new barbecue place in Enosburg that I plan
there's
on attending before March 18th,
Yeah.
just to get a feel for the setup and
yeah.
what we're
Yeah.
walking
Very
into.
exciting. Are you going to be making a chili for the chili contest?
I don't think I've made chili
They're
before.
accepting soups and stews too. That is sponsored by the Community and Economic Development Task Force and the
Are
Swanton
you
Enhancement
still
Project.
doing any cooking at all?
Well, what with my recent stomach challenges?
No, I was thinking about, are there residual results from the
the
loss
the MacDown?
the loss of the
Well,
MacDown?
what can I say? That was rigged,
It
obviously.
was, this is
rigged.
news to you.
This is
Breaking
rigged.
news right
Breaking
now.
news. It was rigged.
Who's responsible? It's
Andrea St. Marie was the upstart, up and coming. I think she probably bribed the judges. That's all I can say. But
St. Marie's have a lot of money around town. You think that there was
that there must have been something
an
in
exchange
there.
of
so
cash?
I didn't win. The next
I
cook-off.
hope she sues you for
Slander?
Yes.
No, well, she got a prize, so don't be a whiner.
Or a wiener. Don't be a wiener.
Don't be a wiener. Yeah. We don't say. Can we say that on
I
public
don't-
access TV? I know there's words you can't say, and we had a whole list of them that I said one day, but you can't say. Maybe you can say that. Anyway, but you digress. We're running out of time. We're running out of time here.
Just a shout out to Elizabeth Malone. I think from when she left last time, we had a nice little gathering on her last day here on Friday at the Traveled Cup.
Yep. Traveled Cup, our
sponsor of our
Yay.
show. Where did you get that fancy?
With a marker.
Oh, you
Yay.
did that yourself,
Yes.
and that will appear on your next art journaling
No.
inside your.
No, but you will be coming soon to your recycle bucket near you, probably.
Yes.
The tea is amazing.
Anything else you want to hit
The
before we
green-
have to?
There is something I'd like to hit, but I don't.
Wow,
but
I don't know.
I can't.
What
really
could you
talk,
possibly
I can't
be
imagine
talking
that.
about?
So no, I think we've just got some very exciting things coming up.
The library, I talked to Becky on the way out of our controversial meeting last night. She wasn't quite sure, and nobody was either, but they did it somehow on the library page, a very nice write-up of the Swanton Library appeared. Did you see that? There was a story done
Oh yes,
on the library.
yeah, I don't know.
No one
I don't
seems
know
to
who
know who
No.
produced the story.
No, but it was very nice.
It's a happening place.
Yeah, it is,
the
and they're
library
looking.
is.
They're looking for a lot of fun things. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Oh my gosh, we don't have much time. At the Swanton Enhancement Project meeting, they talked about starting some new task forces, and this is like breaking news. That's going to get everybody like, don't shake the desk with this. What people can sign up for is if they're interested in getting a community restaurant going, if they're interested in improving communications and marketing of events and resources, and I think that that's something that some of our Arts Council people would be interested in, or to develop senior housing. There's also a group starting of a Friends of the Library group to support the Swanton Public Library. So there's sign-up sheets at the library for all of those. It's very exciting stuff.
And there was no fight, there was no controversy there at the SEP meet. It was
No, it was
all
nice.
camps and
There was-
groups and armies got along.
Kumbaya and all hugging out and
Are
singing
you working
together.
on that song? Have you been?
Oh, We Are One Swanton?
Yes.
Oh, I did. The
I
lyrics have been
believe
submitted.
you
and
shared
I did.
complete lyrics
I
that
did.
did not get my 100%
I had one of
approval
those-
because there was a
One of those words
a
in there that
curse
you
word
can't say on TV.
in there.
I
And
could
it's supposed
change-
to be a town unifying.
There's dirty
song.
old people in the town, so like I'm probably one of them.
Oh,
so,
good
yeah,
Lord.
whatever.
All right. Well, we will see you in March, hopefully, if they allow us back here. Thank you for watching.
Have a
Happy
great day.
Valentine's Day.